Hello there! This is an astrological forecast for Taurus for December 2010, and this also applies if you have a Taurus ascendant. So my Taurians, this month is certainly going to be very much about your relationships, your work. Many of you Taurians are experiencing a lot of ups and downs and endings connected with work. It's also going to be a focus on maybe some travel. Either physical travel or travelling in your mind, teaching, learning something new, or maybe training other people in something new. First thing I have to alert you to, Taurians, is that between the 10th of December and the 29th, we have a Mercury retrograde. So this means if you can, try to make your travel plans before the 10th of December. If you know you're going to be going away over the holidays, try to get everything in place before that. I think otherwise during that Mercury retrograde, particularly over the holiday time, we may well see quite some, shall we say, disruptions to holiday travel during that Mercury retrograde. However, if it's something that you do regularly, if it's a regular trip or something you do regularly, you may find that this is not affected. So be aware of that. Don't sign any important contracts. Don't go into any important job interviews, but use the time to recharge your batteries, to relax, to research, to investigate something, to even complete something. Very good time to complete something during the Mercury retrograde that you've already started before. So you've still got this Saturn in your 6th house, Saturn transiting the 6th, which is going to be there for some time. And I have a Taurian friend, for example, she lost her job fairly recently, absolutely devastated, because Taurians, they need a sense of permanence. I know you need that, my dear Taurians. You need to feel as though you're going to survive. And if your survival's threatened, then this is very emotionally distressing for you. So what I encouraged her to do, I said, look, I'm looking in your aspects. I'm not really seeing a full-time job for you anytime soon, but be open to look for contract work, temporary work, freelance work, special contracts, different things. Maybe look out a little bit outside of your expertise. And she's doing great. She's found a contract for the next 6 months and she's thrilled to bits. I've just shown her that she needed to just get a little bit more flexible. I know that's asking a lot from my dear Taurians, but I think it will help you through this particular transit of Saturn in your 6th, because very often with this transit, work structures change. Sometimes there's some restructuring in your business around you and people may well be laid off. There's a feeling of restriction at any rate in the workplace. Got Venus in your 7th house for much of the month. Those of you looking to meet somebody, hoping to meet someone, this will be an excellent time. As well, it's a possible time for those of you that are thinking of getting into a business partnership. It could be a good time to meet somebody and consider bringing business ideas together that could bring you both some money. We've got many planets in your 8th house this month, Taurians, so important time to look into anything connected with any joint financial ventures you've got. This would include anything connected with the banks that you use, the insurance company you use, anything connected with your assets and your finance, and a very good time to look deeply into it, to look at the big picture, what it is that you're wanting, but also not to ignore the details. So maybe there's been things you've been avoiding wanting to look at in your finances. Now this month really would be the time to do it. Also the time as well to communicate things that might need to be said to other people around money before the 10th, preferably before that Mercury goes retrograde. Then we've also got several planets in your 9th house. So very good time for travel, as I said earlier. Also a good time for higher learning. Any kind of studying or learning or a course that you'd like to do, or anything on developing your spirituality. This would be a very, very good month to do that. We've still got Neptune overhanging this 10th house, so I know for many of you, you're feeling maybe lost in your work direction. Feeling of like, I'm going, but I'm not quite sure whether this is the right direction. I think that's still with you for a little while during this Neptune transit of the 10th house. And we've got Jupiter, Uranus in the 11th. So good time for meeting new friends, making new connections. Suddenly new people coming in out of the blue. They may just leave your life out of the blue, but they're certainly going to bring some excitement and some good cheer over this holiday period. So there you have it, my dear Taurians. I wish you a very good holiday season. For those of you that are interested, you might want to book a reading for your year ahead. What is 2011 going to look like? Or you might just want to ask one question for $25, in which I'll give you an answer in an email of up to 150 words.